This is a mixture of the celery and the cucumber. The cucumber is what makes it this like really pretty dark green color. And this is everything else. Hey y'all, welcome back to another video. I'm so excited for today's video because today we're talking all about juicing. This is a bit of a different video than what we have done in the past, but I posted a short not too long ago. You guys loved it when I was talking about my juicing experience and just my juicing in general. So today we're talking all about juicing. So let's go ahead and let's get into it. But before we do, you guys know the drill. Make sure you are subscribed. I don't want you to miss out on any of the videos that I have coming up. All right, you've done it, you've subscribed? Okay, now let's go ahead and get into the juicing. Okay, so here we have everything that we are gonna be juicing today. We are gonna be juicing celery. We are also gonna be doing some cucumber. I also have some apple there, some lemon, and some ginger, all right? I love this because all of this that we are juicing today is good for anti-inflammatory. They all have anti-inflammatory properties in them. So I'm super excited to start juicing. Before the juicer starts going, I want to talk about what we're actually going to be, how we're actually going to be storing the juice. So we're going to be putting it into these glass jars that I got off of Amazon. I'll link everything as well as the juicer and everything else that we're talking about. But we're going to be putting these in these glass jars. They came with these tops. So this is what we will be storing our juice in. I also have mason jars that I'll probably end up using, and that is how I store juice for the freezer. So typically the way it works is they say, I think you should store juice for 72 hours. So for me, that would be 3 of these. And then anything extra would go into the freezer. And that's what I put in mason jars. The other thing that I use is a big pitcher like this, because once the juice, so the juice falls into here, you guys will see, but the juice will fall into here. And once this gets full, I pour everything into here. So it just makes it easy, and you know, you can mix it up, because the way that we do it, you're not gonna put everything in at one time. You're gonna like juice. I juice all of the celery and then all of the cucumber and then all the lemon. So I pour it into here, and then once everything is in here, I stir it up, and then I actually pour into the jars or what have you. So let's go ahead and get into it. But before we do, I do want to talk a little bit about the juicer itself, because I know that you guys had some questions. So the juicer that we're using today is going to be this Ninja juicer, and you can see it here. It's all set up. This is the actual juicer. This is how you turn it on. There's like a start and a stop there, and then a hold to reverse. I've actually never used that, but this piece is what you use to actually like feed everything into, and then everything kind of goes through this. The juice comes out and lands here, and then any excess particles fall out of here and into here. So we just keep this empty. And then this here is actually what we use to press some of the vegetables or whatever you're juicing down into the juicer if they happen to get stuck. Okay, so now we can start juicing. I'm gonna go ahead and turn it on. So it's on, it's going. And then I'll just start putting everything into the juicer, and then I'll let you guys see. But pretty quick, I'm gonna put a couple things in there, and then you guys can actually see it. So this is actually how it works. I just kind of push it down in there. It comes out there. Move this back a little bit, and then you can see it falling into the side here. So very, very easy. So as you can see, the celery here is just kind of hanging out there. So we'll use this to just go ahead and push that down. And then it comes out. Now, one thing that you can do is you can actually repurpose some of this excess that comes out from the vegetables. If you want to put that into your salads or you want to put it into something else, that's definitely something that you can do. So just to kind of mix it up a bit, I'm going to go ahead and drop in some cucumber. And you can see how easily that's going through. Cucumber is a little bit easier, but still kind of getting stuck there. So I'm just gonna push it down a bit. And you can see how it goes through and then comes out. And you can actually see how quickly this is filling up. So what I'll do in a minute is I'll kind of like shake it a little bit so that it kind of falls evenly, but that does fill up relatively quickly, just depending on how fast you go. So we're gonna take a pause from the juicing really quickly, but if you are somebody who is on a healthy journey like I am just coming from the gym, I am doing my juicing. This is my weekly ritual. It's either juicing or smoothies, but if you are somebody who is wanting to get into supplements, or maybe you're already using supplements and you're looking to use something different, I want to share a product with you by a company called Black Girl Vitamins. And Black Girl Vitamins is a Black-owned vitamin and supplement company, so dietary supplement company. So let's go ahead and see what they sent over, because they sent over some really cool things. So the first item that they sent over is something that I use every single day, and that is vitamin D. This specifically is vitamin D3, but if you are not using vitamin D and you are someone who is wanting to not only just build up your immune system, but vitamin D is also good for your muscles, your muscle health. It's just really, really important to take, especially in these colder months. I take it all year round. I have been around a lot of people. I have been to a lot of conferences. I have been on a lot of planes, and I make sure that I am stocked up on my vitamin D and all of my other supplements. So this vitamin D in particular, one of the things that I think is really cool about it is that it is a peach, mango, and strawberry flavored. And these are also gummies. So if you're somebody who doesn't really like taking pills, I would definitely recommend these. So there are 60 that come in here, and you have to take 2 a day. And this is just something great to not even just this time of year, fall, winter. This is something that you want to keep in your rotation daily, all year round. I swear by these. I use my vitamin D, I use my zinc every single day, and vitamin C as well. So the other thing that they sent over is something that I've actually never used before, and that is natural sea moss. I know a lot of you have used this before, so I'm excited to see what the sea moss is all about. This is made with Irish moss, bladderwrack, burdock, did I say that right? Burdock and black pepper. And there are 60 capsules in here as well. And all you need to do is take 2 of these. What I also love about the Black Girl Vitamins company is that they are made here in the US. They are made in Houston. I was just there the other week, and I looked at these when I took them out the box, and I was like, wow, I'd love to see things that are made in the US, especially black owned products and things like that. So thank you, Black Girl Vitamins, for sending these over. And again, on their website, they have a ton of different, supplements. These are just the 2 that I was interested in. But I always have a discount code for you. So if you head over to, there will be a link in the description of the video. Click on that link, and whatever you'd like to purchase, use the code Ashley Janelle to get 20% off of your purchase. So if you're somebody that's wanting to try something, I always love to try something with a discount code. So go ahead and use the discount code, use the link, and check these out. I'm so excited to try these because the gummies that I have are not flavored at all, or they're not even gummies, they're pills. But I'm excited to try these. Yeah, manufactured right here in Houston, Texas. So thank you guys so much for sending these over. Now let's get back to the juicing. Okay, so one of the things that I wanted to talk about was just how long it takes. You guys saw how much I'm gonna be juicing. And I will say, it probably takes about, well, the first thing that you have to do is clean the vegetables. So that takes, a few minutes. But I would say to actually juice all of this, it probably takes about 10 minutes. Yeah, it really doesn't take long at all to juice. The one thing that happens relatively quickly is that your container starts to fill up. So then in a second, that just means that there's a larger piece that's trying to get through. But in a second, I'm gonna go ahead and empty this. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna go ahead and empty this, and then we'll just kind of do the process all over. Okay, so actually I'm going to probably cut it off here just so that I can go ahead and transfer this into the larger container. But I just wanted you guys to, we've gotten through just about almost half. The celery takes up a lot of it. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and stop this and transfer it now. Okay. Now the fun and very satisfying part is just the transfer. What makes the juice really dark is the cucumber. So we're just about done with the cucumber. I'm gonna go ahead and put this back, turn it back on. 2 more pieces of cucumber, 2 more pieces of celery, and then the rest apples, lemon, and then we'll get the ginger going and then we'll be done. So one thing that you'll hear about juicing is that juicing is great, but the part that people really don't like is the cleanup. The thing about the cleanup is that there's so many like nooks and crannies in the juicer itself, and it all comes apart, and I'll show you guys. But that's really what makes the cleanup kind of tricky, but it's honestly not that bad. We're gonna get started with the lemon, just drop that in there. But when I posted the initial video or the initial short, a couple people were asking what kind of benefits I see from juicing. And to be honest, I'm not really sure. I've been doing it for like inconsistently for about 3 months. And I'm not sure what benefits I see or feel. But what I will say is that anytime I have the opportunity to put anti-inflammatory properties into my body, I know that I'm getting some benefit, if that makes any sense. The other thing is that when you juice, it's just another way to get in your vegetables or your fruits or whatever it is. So I know if I have a day where I'm on the go and I'm not able to eat like I want or need to eat, this is a good way to still make sure that I'm getting in my vitamins and things like that. Lemon's done. Now we're just going in with the ginger. I did used to weigh the ginger to make sure that I wasn't putting too much ginger into my juicing, but I don't really do that anymore. One of the reasons is because sometimes I find that the ginger gets expelled into the waste bucket more than actually making juice out of it. And so I felt like I was losing a lot of ginger by only, using just a little bit. So I've started to use a little bit more. I'm actually gonna pause now. I have 3 more pieces of ginger, but I'm actually gonna wait to see. I'm gonna taste it first because I don't wanna do a ginger overload because that's also not good for you. But yeah, I don't want it to be like the ginger to be too overpowering. So we're just about, that's it. Literally, that was very, very quick and we're all done. I'm just letting it circle through just a little bit more. I'll show you. You can see, yeah, there's still some more coming out. That's all ginger and just a couple more drips. So I'll just let it go just a little bit more. Now what you do see now is foam at the top. I can't remember which item or which vegetable or fruit makes the foam at the top, but I take that off. So we're gonna take that off now. It was so quick, we're already done. And this is what we have to work with. So as you can see, there's foam on the top here and then the rest of this is juice. Now, it's foam and it's also some of the particles that have gotten mixed in. You could leave this if you want. I like to take it out because I just wanna have juice. So that's what I'm gonna do. Just take this and just throw it out. Okay, so sometimes it is kind of difficult to get it all out, but I feel like I did a pretty good job. Yeah, it's literally just a little bit at the top, which is fine. So this is what we have. This is so dark. This is a mixture of the celery and the cucumber. The cucumber is what makes it this really pretty dark green color. And this is everything else. This is gonna be the lemon, the ginger, more celery, and the apples. So I'm gonna go ahead and just pour this in. literally it. So easy, so simple. This is what we end up with in terms of waste. So maybe I didn't juice that much today. Or I think sometimes it depends on what you're juicing. Sometimes when I do pineapple, I think maybe that, well, no, I don't know. Maybe I didn't juice as much today, which is fine. Cause usually I empty this out and then have to, you know, put it back. Anyway, so that's pretty much it. So then what I do is I take one of these, just rinse this out, and then I just fill this up. I'm trying to do this so you guys can see. I'm gonna stop there so that I can kind of have these even as possible. So yeah, maybe I didn't juice as much as I usually do, which is fine. One thing that I have noticed, remember I was saying how a lot of times I'll use mason jars to put the rest in the freezer. For some reason, I don't go back to the ones in the freezer. I don't know why. If there's anybody else who juices and you too do not go back to the juices that are in the freezer, I think it's wasteful. So maybe what I was thinking when I was buying all the ingredients was that I just didn't need that much. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I have a little bit left. I'm just gonna kind of top these off and then we'll be good to go. And just pour the rest of that in there and then just start putting the tops on them. And that's it. That's literally it. So that is our anti-inflammatory drink of the day. This is typically what I juice every time just because I feel like you can't go wrong with anti-inflammatory. This also has a lot of, I love the ginger, I love the lemon. So this is like my go-to. So sometimes when I want to add something sweet into it, instead of using the apple, I'll use pineapple. So that's another thing that you can do. I've also juiced watermelon and lemon. That's really good. It's sweet. It's on the sweeter side, but that's also really good. But these are the only two juices that I've actually done because I like the anti-inflammatory properties. So that is actually going to wrap up our video for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. This was a bit of a different video. Oh, I want to show you guys how I actually take this down. So now the first thing that I do to take this apart is I take this off. The other thing that also comes off is this part. You just press this little button and twist, and then that comes off. So then you have this piece, and then this just kind of twists this way. Oh, there's all kind of juice. I usually do this over the sink. And then you can see this part here, this just pulls out. This is actually what the juice filters into. So it kind of separates the waste from the juice so that you get more liquid. This piece is what actually turns inside so that the juice or that the vegetables and the fruits are, actually getting broken down. And then this is kind of just the piece, the larger piece. And that's about it. So with that and with this mess, I hope that you guys enjoyed today's video. Leave me a comment if you have any questions. Let me know what questions I can answer about juicing, about the recipe. I'll link everything that I've done, that I've used. The link to the Black Girl Vitamins will also be in there. The link to the juicer will also be in there. The link to the cups will also be in there. And if there's anything else that I forgot, let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.